6 guys they had deep at the small forward position. They had 6 guys deep in their rotation. A lot of young guys trying to break out and find their footing, so Terrance never could get a consistent spot with OKC. Yes, he had his breakout year his sophomore season, but Dort just came out and slayed. But with the 76ers, Terrance will get much more time to develop. What's up? What's poppin', my people? Welcome back to another video. Sixers editions of Simone with the Blizzards. Make sure you go ahead and like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, and you keep rocking with me. Today we are talking about Terrance Ferguson. Finally, I came with the Terrance Ferguson video. I know one of my subscribers asked for it a light years ago, but your girl, she's been busy. So today we're going to be talking about Terrance Ferguson. I'm super excited to talk about Terrance Ferguson. So obviously Terrance came over to the Philadelphia 76ers in our trade that brought us Danny Green and sent Al Horford packet. So Terrance is coming into his 4th year in the NBA, and he was really a contributor for OKC in his first 2 seasons. Now you're going to ask me in a minute, why, Symone, would he be a breakout star for us if he wasn't a breakout star for OKC? That's a great question, but I'm going to tell you why in 1 minute after I break down Terrance. So Terrance is a small forward. Let's get into his body type. He is 6'6". He's 23 or 22 years old. Don't know his exact birthday, but I want to say he's 22. Obviously, he's a small forward. Let me read off his stats. He was a former first-round pick for OKC. Very defensive-minded player, but he does, of course, need to work on his offense just a little bit, especially if he's coming to the Sixers, a team that needs as much shooting as we can get around us. If we can get some more 3 out of that D, it'll be perfect. Terrance will be perfect. But I'm going to tell you why Terrance is going to be a breakout player for us. But first, let me get to his stats. So last season, he averaged 4.8 points per game. 40% was his field goal percentage. His 3-point percentage was 33.7. His sophomore year, like I said, was his best year when he started 74 games, okay? And he averaged 26 minutes per game his sophomore year with OKC. He averaged 7 points per game. He shot 42.9% field goal, and his 3-point percentage was 36.6. So why, Symone, did he fall off? Well, that's because Lu Dort popped off. You guys remember Dort, the HARDEN slayer? Remember how Dort was putting that defense down and popping them threes for OKC during the finals? Dort really emerged, and Dort really kind of took Terrance's spot. Now, I still believe in Terrance's growth and breakoutism with us because OKC has so much young depth at the small forward position. So Terrance kind of got lost in the sauce once Dort broke out. He really got lost in the sauce, so he's not going to get as much development. He didn't get as much development with OKC like he'll get with the Sixers because we have Danny Green and we have Matisse. Danny Green is obviously the head honcho vet, and I know he hasn't really played small forward before. He hasn't really played the 3. He is smaller, but it's looking like Danny Green is be playing the 3 for us. So Terrance can be learning from Danny Green, a guy who said he wants to come in and be a role model. He said he wants his biggest position to be off the court, and Terrance can learn from a 3-time NBA champion, a college champion, an overseas champion in Danny Green. That is going to be amazing for Terrance's and Matisse's development. So Terrance is really only going to be battling with Matisse for playing time at the position. So he'll get plenty of development. Him, Danny, Matisse, they'll get plenty of development at the small forward position versus all the depth that OKC had at the small forward position. They had Terrance, Diallo, Abdul Nadir, Dort, Deontay Burton, Andre Robinson. That's 6 guys they had deep at the small forward position. They had 6 guys deep in their rotation. A lot of young guys trying to break out and find their footing, so Terrance never could get a consistent spot with OKC. Yes, he had his breakout year his sophomore season, but Dort just came out and slayed. But with the 76ers, Terrance will get much more time to develop, and I think that will be huge, getting him back into his sophomore year form. Usually people have sophomore year slumps, but sophomore year was his year. Like I said, he was almost averaging 37% shooting from the 3, 43% from the field, and he was averaging 7 points per game. So if we can get him back there and even better, which I believe we can, because like I said, Matisse is going to be hungry. Danny is going to be ready to teach Matisse and Terrance, and Terrance won't be lost in the rotation like he was with OKC. So we'll really see what he backed out. And he got that starting experience. Like I said, he started in 72 games with OKC his sophomore year. Obviously, he started coming off the bench when Dort popped off. But we would definitely see what he's going to contribute to us. Obviously, the Sixers play the Celtics tonight, so I'm going to have that recap, and we're going to be talking to Keith Pompey on Wednesday morning. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. Keep rocking with me and the Sixers.